Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. This is Friday night. This is the Nightcap. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Welcome back to the Nightcap here on Boom Broadcasting, hosted by yours truly. I am the Mike that likes to mouth off. I am mouthing off with Mike, and we are joining Smackdown live at the start of the second of its 2 hours here. We have Lash Legend defeating Alexa Bliss here on Smackdown on the eve of John Cena's final match in a WWE ring in DC. We've got Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, and the Terror Twins to follow here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We started off SmackDown with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and we had the Ruler there. We also saw Javon Evans. We also saw Sol Ruka. All will be involved tomorrow at Saturday night's main event. We're going to kick off the weekend right, I guess, here on the Nightcap. So thank you for hanging out with me. I'll have more to discuss later about tomorrow, Saturday, content, all of that fun stuff. If you haven't already, I do have some predictions out there for Saturday night's main event. They already came out. They came out Thursday at like 8 o'clock Eastern time, but that's on me. Blame the internet. Predictions are live on my YouTube. YouTube only right now. Audio did not happen. I did not get audio out there. So predictions are live on my YouTube. Check them out. Tomorrow for Saturday night's main event, we will have a watch along. The last match watch along. Yes, the last time really is now. And yes, there is a chance you may not want to miss this watch along with me tomorrow because you may see a grown man cry. I might shed a tear or two or be an absolute blubbering mess on the internet, which, you know, I'm sure that'll be what goes viral for your boy MOWM. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee. It's 7 o'clock. I'm drinking coffee. You know, we're locked in. Nightcap, night shift. Shout out to my boys with the night shift, NXT night shift Tuesday nights, Mr. OTM Kyle from our friends over at off the mark, off the mat, off the mark. I'm having a brain fart. The Miz versus Javon Evans. What a time to be alive. What a time to be absolutely alive here. I honestly have no idea where you guys are at on the US. You guys might be. Good to know. AWF, Arizona Wrestling Federation's got a show tomorrow in the Phoenix area. Priscilla Kelly, Shotzi Blackheart for the AWF, Arizona Wrestling Federation. What? It's a fucking book. That is a fucking book. Shout out to the bots on Twitch. That is a fucking book. I ain't reading all that. I'm sorry to hear that, or I'm happy for you. Cheers to that. I ain't reading all that. Gotta love the internet, man. Only place where you could have bots scrolling just ready to capitalize on any and anybody. Ay. You gotta be kidding me. actually mouthing off with Mike this whole time, I've actually just been an AI generated human. I'm actually not real. I don't actually exist in this matrix. I'm actually AI. Mouthing off with Mike has always been AI. It's MOWM AI. That's a fact. I'm actually not real. Someone is actually behind the curtain right now, digitally creating this nightcap for all of you. So AI, you gotta be impressed with AI. This whole time you didn't even know. 3 years, you didn't even know. I'm joking. I hope everybody knows this. Yeah, it's always great. I love Friday night Smackdown nightcaps because I can, I guess, so to speak, put the hair down, let the hair loose, because it's Friday night, and it's in my life what I used to call it was fuck it Friday. Basically, Friday was a big, yeah, fuck it, it's Friday. That's kind of how I run the nightcaps here. Prez is on his honeymoon still, so I could drop as many f bombs as I want. I know the YouTube algorithm loves AI now, so maybe we don't because that's been a problem. I've heard with the with colorful language, but they're just words. They can't hurt you. At the end of the day, I have a 7-minute Netflix commercial. I'm sure all of you guys are on minute 8 of commercials as well. I really don't have anything to talk about. I'm really just saving up everything I got for tomorrow for the watch along. It's a big one. Tonight's SmackDown, whatever. Yeah, listen. Shout out to Wilkes-Barre. Shout out to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Much love. But Dragunov and Ciampa was a great match. An absolutely great match. Every U.S. Open Challenge match since Dragunov, well, even with Sammy, even with Sammy as the U.S. champ, they've been very, very fun. They've been a nice treat on a Friday night. Ciampa, and honestly, I really thought they were going to put the title on Ciampa tonight. I thought it was going to be like a shock title win just because, it's the eve of Saturday night's main event. Cena really made that U.S. title kind of dug it right up out of the dirt and kind of made it important. You had everybody trying to chase that title. You had, Kevin Owens, you had Sami Zayn, you had, guys like Dolph Ziggler, all these guys. The U.S. Open Challenge was incredible, for many reasons. We have so much that we could discuss when it comes to the career of John Cena this weekend. How many just incredible matches, were we given in his entire career. Some of my favorites, I just not to kind of rant, but my favorite, absolute favorite John Cena feud rival was Edge. Edge, in my opinion, was the perfect John Cena adversary. It was like Edge was everything that Cena just despised, right? Edge had no loyalty. Edge was the ultimate opportunist. He had no respect. He had no hustle. He was an opportunist. He would pick and choose his spots. John Cena was hustle, loyalty, respect. He's going to say it to your face. He's going to fight you. He's going to show you that respect. He's going to hustle for everything he's got. He's going to work to get to that spot. And like that 05, 07, that right there is fucking peak. John Cena throwing him in the Long Island Sound. Edge showing up to Cena's house, slapping his father. Cena showing up at the hotel. The Edge live sex celebration, which was interrupted by Cena. Yeah, just some incredible matches overall. They were soulmates, and then along comes 5-6 years later, here comes CM Punk, who becomes John Cena's legitimate soulmate. Like, they are wrestling soulmates. And then that's not to dismiss the Randy Orton, the Batista, you see what I'm saying? Like, they're every person that you will talk about at some point in their career, they wrestled John Cena and they came out on top, whether they won or lost. And that's the crazy part. A guy like The Miz who's wrestling Javon Evans right now. Look at The Miz. Look at what main eventing WrestleMania did for The Miz. He'll never let you forget he main evented WrestleMania against John Cena and won. He'll never let you forget that. But look at what that did for The Miz. Look at what The Miz did for Cena during that. And then their feud later on, 2016's Friday Night Smackdown. Think about that. The AJ Styles feud following that. So, you'll hear tons and tons of stories and all of your favorite wrestling content creators that you have seen me work with, that I don't work with, that I retweet, that I repost, that I comment on their stuff. Everybody's posting their tribute to John Cena and thanking Cena. So we'll break the news at the end of the nightcap about what's coming tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, before Saturday night's main event, because I wanted to do something special too. You saw kind of some messages from the goats of their professional sport, NFL, Peyton, Eli, the Mannings, Tom Brady, Jelly Roll, and just to name a few. You saw them thank Cena earlier, and I felt it was fitting for me to thank John Cena, and had to call up some friends to help me do it too. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the nightcap. As for now, Miz controlling the match against Javon Evans. I'm expecting Javon to win here as kind of a quick little. I think Javon Evans is going to beat The Miz right now. I genuinely think so. Have I not been live this whole time? Son of a bitch. Now we're live, baby. Come on, Miz. What are you doing? Is The Miz about to hit a springboard splash? I love it. A springboard fist to the face to Javon. The Miz is bouncy. Love that Javon called him Unk too. Great shit. Love Javon. Love that they're not forcing Javon to change who he is as a kid. And I like that. Let him be that. Let him just be silly and goofy. Like, that's fun. That's what I would expect from a 21-year-old wrestling prodigy in WWE. Like, I would expect him to just be silly and goofy and just be, like having fun with it, calling The Miz Unk. Like, that's great. That's quality content. Did I cringe a bit when The Miz called him nephew? Yes, I did, but it was still hilarious nonetheless. Nonetheless, it was hilarious. Two-time Mr. Yeah, we are we're in denial about tomorrow when it comes to Cena's last match. I wish I could have went to DC, man. I wish that those tickets weren't insane. We have to text Mama, MOWM. Yes, I'm texting my mom. Yep. Make fun of me all you want. I love my mom. And you should love yours too. Unless she's like an evil woman. Like, then I hear you. I got you. Mrs. MOWM has told me I am not allowed to drop as many F-bombs as I want, but what's she going to do? Smack me? I'm not scared. Okay, Javon, here you go. 1, 2. No. Whew. That was nice. Nice. Yeah, Javon's good. Javon's so good, man. This is my third cup of coffee of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I be drinking coffee. I wish the coffee companies would sponsor me. I wish somebody who has a coffee company would sponsor the Nightcap and sponsor MOWM. I drink so much fucking coffee. Yeah. What you gonna do, Mrs. MOWM? I said the F word. I drink so much coffee on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. We could make magic happen. If you have your own coffee company, listen, Folgers, Maxwell House, Keurig, whoever, call me up. Listen, Prince Nana's got his own coffee brand. Call me up, dude. We will go hard for the coffee. All right. I will drink coffee the whole nightcap. I will ruin my sleep schedule. Even though I drink coffee, it doesn't do anything to me at all. I could drink this now and I could be asleep in 2 hours. No problem. Caffeine. MOWM runs on caffeine strictly. I don't even have blood flowing through my veins. Just coffee. Just coffee runs through these veins. If you tapped into me, you could drink the coffee right from my vein. It is pure black coffee. It's the only right way to drink coffee. Black, straight black. No cream, no sugar, straight black. Like my heart. Like the black heart, Tommaso Ciampa. Javon Evans, an insane fucking moonsault. Oh, the Miz going for a little 5-knuckle shuffle. Get out of town, bro. That's kind of lit for the Miz to do that. That man Javon Evans can fly, bro. He glides through the air like a flying squirrel, like a sugar glider, just glides. Ooh, skull crushing finale, reversed into a roll up. 1, 2, no. Kicked out. Even after grabbing the tights, I like that. Javon's definitely winning this. Oh, what a beautiful pop-up stunner. 1, 2, 3. Javon Evans just beat 2-time Grand Slam champion, The Miz. Wow. That's crazy, bro. That's a great win. That is a great win for Javon. Now, obviously, Javon wins tonight. That means him and Leon Slater lose tomorrow against Styles and Dragon Lee. That's fine by me. I don't want the tag titles to leave AJ and Dragon Lee. Not just yet. So, great win for Javon Evans, showing that he is, in fact, the future of WWE. Now I got Rhea. Kind of wild they got Rhea wrestling on SmackDown tonight. She had to help out Priest against Zelina, and this is also so they can drop a new Terror Twin shirt on WWE Shop. I'm sure it's already available. Use my WWE Shop affiliate link to get yours today. Use my WWE Shop affiliate link to go get all that John Cena merch that they dropped. I mean, most of it's sold out within 48 hours of coming out. some of it's restocked now. So, I mean, this is your opportunity. I know they just dropped the last John Cena action figure. They dropped, restocked some hoodies, some shirts. They got a great jersey for Cena. So I mean, like, I was hoping to have, all my Cena merch for tomorrow ready here, but it's unfortunately not going to be here, and I'm a little sad about it, but it's all right. Now we've got it. Now we've got it locked in. Oh, what are they showing us here? Netflix, WWE Netflix game. Nice. That's very cool. Or is this the John Cena pack that they released that no one's buying? Because I'm not buying a John. I'm not buying. Why would you? Now, hear me out. Why would I pay for the John Cena pack when I bought the Bloodline edition of WWE 2K? Like, that's just a straight money grab. Like, you're releasing the same characters that are in the game except two with new gear and a new updated entrance, but you're charging $15 for that. And then the people who spent $160 on the game don't get that included when we get all the DLC. That right there turned me off huge this year to WWE and at least to the 2K games. I mean, at this point, I'm waiting for 2K to lose WWE and then go to a different game studio because every year it's such bullshit, dude. Like, I get so excited for the game. Game comes out. It's great. It's a fun game. The story's fun for my career. You have the island was a great concept in theory this year. Like, the My Faction shit seemed like they maybe rehauled it, and then they made everything worse with their updates. And they had their updates, and it completely glitched out the game, ruining people's custom superstars, UWW universes, and all this stuff. And then everybody lost interest, and the game died. Like, it died for me too, and I paid that excessive amount of money for the game because I was like, I'll get all the DLCs. Like, it's a great value. Like, that's just how I am. Like, yeah, good value. And they ruined the fucking game. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Love that WrestleMania sign, brother. Oh, this WrestleMania sign right here. This just so happens to be a little baby mini belt. Oh no, if I open it, it's gonna get rid of my towel that I have hanging here. Anyway. One thing about WWE, they do lots of questionable decisions, but their promo packages is top tier. Agreed, Mr. 8-Bit. WWE does make questionable decisions, but man, oh man, is the production value on their video packages so fucking good. They're so good. Stick to retro things like Tecmo Super Bowl. Yeah. There you go. Exactly. Nah, dude, the video package that we've got for the Cena retirement tour are. I watched that one yesterday. They dropped. I was in the office. I was sitting in my little cubicle, and my eyes started welling up. I was like, yeah, it's happening, man. It's really happening. Much of my entire childhood, John Cena was a part of my life. He came into the WWE in 2002. Obviously Ruthless Aggression and everything, and that's where it starts, right? 23 years of John Cena. 23 years ago, I was 5 years old. Okay. My earliest memory of wrestling is 2002 into 2003. That is what I remember. I remember wrestling from that time. I remember a little bit before then. Like, I have very vague memories of the Attitude Era outside of like rewatching it and going and rewatching it my whole life. My dad used to watch it when I was a baby, so that kind of is there. And like, we would rewatch stuff throughout my entire childhood. But Cena was a staple in my childhood. Like, I am a John Cena fan. John Cena is in my top 3. My number 1 will always be Jeff Hardy. My number 2 is John Cena. My number 3 is CM Punk. My number 4 is Styles, and my number 5 is Randy. Edge is right there at number 6. So that's my top 5. There is those two wrestlers, Jeff and Cena, taught me two different things about me growing up as a kid. John Cena taught me about hustle, loyalty, respect, never giving up, and always fighting for what you believe in. And Jeff Hardy taught me to be who you are authentically. Don't conform to any norms of society. If you want to dye your hair, wear face paint, if you want to, be who you are, that's accept and acknowledge who you are, and don't let society tell you how you need to be. Both of them, two distinct messages that I learned growing up. John, for me, there is nobody on the face of the planet that is like John Cena. I don't know Cena personally. I've seen videos of interactions. I have heard the stories from people. I have seen the Make-A-Wish. I have seen him as a human on the streets interacting with the media and the TMZ fuckers and all of that. John Cena is an amazing human being. It's not just an act, genuinely speaking. The tribute they did, I'm gonna need a box of tissues tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna be live on the internet watching that, and I'm gonna have to try not to cry. Like it sounds babyish, it sounds foolish, but like I might genuinely cry. Like I genuinely might shed a tear. It's insane to say. To connect the themes of John Cena in video games, here's tonight's trivia question. What was the first WWE game that John Cena appeared in? That is a really good question. I would assume it would have to be either the 2003 or 2004 game, and I believe it would have been Smackdown Here Comes the Pain. Yeah, that's going to be my guess for tonight. That Smackdown Here Comes the Pain. I believe. I'm sure Mark will give me the answer at some point tonight. Or he'll let me stew on this and be like, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of you. No, it's such a true statement. Yo, me Shin's whooping ass tonight. We're getting tables, and then Jade's booting her. Yo, Jade looks like a crossover between No. She looks like Lita and Edge with the bolt fit. She's got the leather Edge pants, and she's got the thong peeking out like Lita. I love it here. I'm in for it. She said, "All right, I'm on SmackDown. I'm gonna dress like the rated R superstar and Lita." She also kind of looks like a biker. We're just hitting this on fucking SmackDown now. Holy shit. Jay just hit she hit this shit, bro. She said, I shot her. I took her out. Please tell me Michael Cole's calling this. Who's the girls with the pom-poms? Where'd they get pom-poms from? I can't believe he announced this a year ago. Over a year ago, the summer of 2024. That was Money in the Bank. I can't believe this, man. I genuinely cannot believe it. Man, oh man. It's crazy, man. Think about this. In 22 hours and 31 minutes, John Cena will have his last ever professional wrestling match. Wow. Sorry, I'm late to the party, but what did you think of the Wyatt family promo? Loved it, Rick. You're not late to the party as late as I was. I was about 8 minutes late. I was gonna go live at 9 o'clock Eastern. We were gonna run this through the end of SmackDown, plus a little bit of a carryover to talk a little bit about tomorrow and preview Saturday night's main event and all the content dropping. But I love the Wyatt 6 promo. I love the interaction between him and Solo. While I was watching Uncle Howdy there, it did hit me that I know a lot of people probably would not be a fan of this, but I would have loved if Howdy and Cena would have been able to have a match at some point. Just for that, like, that Bray Wyatt, history there. And I was going through footage today of you know, making content, and I saw the it's right behind me actually. Just off camera right here. The Firefly Funhouse match with Bray and Cena from the COVID Mania. And I just can't help but wonder what kind of tribute Cena and Bray would have been able to do if Bray was still with us. And if on this tour, I always I like to think about it, like I'd like to think about what Bray would have done or said, or if they would have had a match together during this retirement tour. So I was happy to see the Wyatts. I'm happy to see them still getting time on SmackDown. Ideally, I would like them to give them more depth. They gave them too much depth to start, and then they took all that depth away, and now they've just made them another group. And I want them to get back to what made them the Wyatts, and what made Bray Wyatt special was more mind games, more video packages. Um, it's main event time. The Terror Twins versus Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, or if you really want to get technical, Karrion Kross and Scarlett's replacements. Tommy Feds with the tears. Yeah, I mean, isn't it crazy to think about? Like, I mean, I don't want to depress people. Yeah, I mean, we're already all depressed as is about Cena's last match tomorrow. But I was thinking about that today. I was sitting here and I was, editing my clips and everything together for the special tomorrow morning, and I came across some pictures from the Firefly Funhouse and from Cena and his first feud, and when they had the match at it wasn't Mania, was it? Yeah, Mania. It led to the Mania match. And the whole he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Wait a minute, time out. They just showed the Masked Man for Raw Monday in Hershey, and it looks like the Masked Man might be Montez Ford. It very well could be. 2 Manias, 30 in COVID. Yeah, there you go. 30 in COVID. Yeah, that's I couldn't think of I was like, there. I knew they had 2 really good. That was the whole point of the Firefly Funhouse, was to circle back to that. Dude, I will never forget watching that Mania 30, not the COVID Mania. The COVID Mania, that's a fucking fever dream, that whole timeline. But I watched that one too. I remember watching WrestleMania 30, and at that time, I think we were just on the network. We were just on WWE Network at that time. I believe that was like the first Mania on WWE Network, and one of you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I remember watching that, and I remember when he made his entrance, Bray, and I saw the crowd with the fireflies, and I saw all of that. As I watched that, I said to myself, they're gonna give this to Bray. And when Cena beat Bray, I was furious. I was so pissed. I was in the Superdome. Oh shit. And Bray's entrance was insane. That's so, dude. I love that's what I love about these nightcaps. And you learn that's such a fucking cool moment, dude. To be there. Oh my God. I was fuming, dude. I was so hot. That next day in school, and I had, my buddies kind of were like, at that time, they were kind of like falling out of wrestling, and I had a few that were still wrestling fans, dude. That whole lunch was just us bitching. We're like, fuck Cena. How dare they, like, once again, Super Cena, like, come on, Bray is the future. Like, we were so hot. And then, that was like that time, that during that timeline, and then the Yes movement. And oh my goodness, I hated Cena. Cena sucks, and then, it was like right after, 2015, 2016, I kind of flipped that and I started, chanting for Cena, but I was the Cena sucks guy for a bit. I love the 30 promo. I still listen to that song, dude. I still listen to that song too. I know we're talking about Cena, and his impact, but man, oh man, the impact Bray had for Cena at that time was huge, dude, because at that time, Cena really didn't deal with wrestlers like that. He never really dealt with a character like Bray. He dealt with Taker, early on, and they never really had like a true. I don't think Cena and Taker really ever had a true feud, right? Taker gave him the rub and said, you're going to be going places, kid. Back in whatever 02, 03, 04, they never really had that feud, right? And when you involve Bray with the 30 feud, and then you had the way Bray kind of brought Cena and kind of showed us a different personality of Cena, where Cena was scared, of Bray and all the mind games that he did to him. And it was a great feud, man. Wow, look at this. They got all the banners of Cena hanging up all around Washington. This is great, man. That's great. I was at the Barclays when they put the sheet mask on John. I was just thinking about that. That was literally what I was about to say with the kid. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, like that was such a great memory. There's so many like that, right? Taker burying Cena at WrestleMania was really the only moment they ever had. It was. The answer to tonight's trivia question: what was the first WWE game that John Cena appeared in? WrestleMania. Wow. WrestleMania 21 for the GameCube. No. I don't know my Roman numerals. Hold on. Pretty sure I'm right. 19. God damn, I suck. I suck at everything. WrestleMania 19 for the GameCube. Interesting. I don't even remember that one. I had a GameCube, but I wasn't really I wasn't into those. I had my PSP for sure, and I had SmackDown versus Raw on that. Bad mud. Well, was we also thought it was SmackDown Here Comes the Pain and got it wrong in trivia last night. That's crazy. I did see the trivia, yo. Shout out to the 6-pack of beer. Shout out to the 6-pack of beer, brother. Smash those down tomorrow and drink your sorrows as we watch Cena retire. That's what I'll be doing. My girlfriend is Mrs. MLWM is gonna be pissed because I'm gonna probably cry for Cena and she's gonna be like, "You don't cry like that when I for me." She's gonna beat my ass, bro. He is gonna beat my ass, dude. Heel Mrs. MOWM is coming. She is turning heel. She's gonna go from Mrs. MOWM to heel Hales real quick. Because I might cry. She's gonna be fucking pissed. Listen, babe, I love you. I'm sorry. John Cena's been in my life for 23 years. I might tear. I might shed a tear. She's right now in the living room and she's fuming watching this. I know it. I don't have to see her. I know her face right now is sitting there listening to this going, I know it. I know it. From Kleenex tissues to C-next tissues. Listen, that's a missed opportunity for merch for tomorrow at Saturday night's main event. They could be selling boxes of tissues with Cena logos all over it and calling it C-next tissues. That's a missed opportunity. Oh yeah, she's seething. She's already mad. That's fine. I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight. That's fine. That's totally fine. Very funny that the history here between all four of these competitors. Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega had a great match at Backlash Puerto Rico a few years ago. Damian Priest also was involved in that match and on that side of things. And and now here we are, Rhea and Damian versus Zelina and her husband, Aleister Black. And now I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're just going to move on from that. We'll find out how absorbent the Cena towels are. Oh, God. This could be taking this comment out of context could go horribly wrong for both you and I, Mark. No, but we are going to find out. I'm going to be sitting here. I'll ruin my little setup. I'll be sitting here like, just crying into the last time is now, just drenched, I'm gonna hold it up on the show and it's just we're gonna wring it out. It's gonna be a flood of water. Short circuit the podcast equipment and everything. No, but for real, this is fucking sad. This is very sad. This is very sad. I didn't even think about this. I could have draped it right there that whole time. Look at that. Look at that. Look at no, yeah, that was what I expected. We could go like this though. We could go horizontally. That's a deep cut for everyone tomorrow. That's a deep cut for everyone tomorrow. Oh God. I love all my wrestling podcast friends. Oh, but I can't wait to give some of them shit. Let's see. Did they restock anything else for John Cena? No, they haven't. They really haven't. I'm very tempted to get the John Cena word life pendant just cause. I should have bought it last week. So we could have had it for tonight, and then we could have had it, and I could have sat here and just hit word life, every 20 seconds. Yeah, we got watch along tomorrow. Predictions are out already. You can check them out. You gotta show some love to the misses for these great thumbnails here. Obviously, this is a mouthful. Mouthing Off with Mike Wrestling podcast. Cena's last match watch along. The last time is really now. No, it really is. It is. But this gives me retro wrestling card vibes. Like that's what those old wrestling cards would look like with the, with all the matches and big letters. And so that's kind of the vibe, we were going for, because it is a big one tomorrow. It's an old school event. It's Saturday night's main event, but it's also the retirement of Cena. But it also is the future showcase of the future. So I'm all aboard, but yeah, definitely stay tuned. I wonder, will you cry more tears tomorrow night than you did on Monday? How many interceptions did your boy throw? Hey, listen, as in the words of Cody Rhodes to The Rock from last year, Mark.
Go fuck yourself.
I keep that one on retainer. You never know when you need the old Cody Rhodes. Now, all jokes aside, I was sick. I was sick to my stomach, Mark. Absolutely sick. There was a 3-day conversation had about that game Monday. I didn't stop talking about Monday's game until technically I haven't stopped talking about it all fucking week. We're talking about it right now on Friday. I swear, Mark. I swear. If the Eagles lose to the Raiders this weekend, I will have pure hellfire on the Monday Night Raw nightcap. It will be as hot and disgusting, okay, as a porta potty on a hot day. All right, I will be fuming. Okay, it'll be tough. Drop the first question from trivia last night. Yeah, please do drop the first question from trivia. You stumped me on that other one. The fact that we both thought it was Here Comes the Pain is incredible, because I figured you're a savant, bro. You are both of you, Rick too, both of you two. All right, the Brothers of Creation over here. Realistically, the Brothers of Creation is a great moniker for you two. Because you two are like history buffs and trivia buffs, and Mark, you have some of the most obscure wrestling knowledge that I've come across. And I thought I knew, I know a little bit about a little bit here and there, but man, when you guys whooped our asses in trivia that night, it's crazy. It's crazy. Not to steal a podcaster's gimmick, but that was out of pocket. Hey, what was out of pocket? Settle down. Oh, no one's out of pocket here. I'm in pocket. I'm very much in the pocket. I'm a pocket quarterback here. I'm passing from the pocket. I got great protection on the O-line. Couples that moonsault together stay together. In case you guys didn't know. We haven't talked anything about Smackdown tonight. It was never about Smackdown. It was all about me just wanting to yap with all of you for an hour for therapy. This is therapy. Riptide into a... Oh my God!
Selena, the queen of the ring, and the United States title. I don't believe anyone's ever kicked out of it. You took the words right out of my mouth. Definitely not when executed by Zelina. But Rhea lives to be the exception. I don't know how Rhea's still going. I don't know how Zelina's still going. It's got to be adrenaline.
Zelina Vega went for a code red and scorpioned herself. By scorpioning herself, I mean, you ever see someone when they face plant and their legs touch the ground? She scorpioned herself. I'm shook right now. Hold on a sec. I genuinely thought Selena Vega broke her spine. They're not going to show a replay of this. I don't know who's going to have the replay on this. I'm fucking shook. That woman almost died just now. Somebody find that video. Dude, Zelina is incredibly lucky. Like, incredibly. Like, that was scary, Dom. That was super scary. Oh. Damn, dude. The interception jab. No, it's... I'm disgusted with the Eagles. I'm disgusted. And honestly, I'll take that jab. We have to jab. We have to jab the Eagles. They deserve it. Fuck. Zelina has been getting destroyed. Oh my God, dude. Dude, somebody check on fucking Zelina, please. That girl was crunched up, bashed her skull twice off the fucking mat, and then just got crunched into a pretzel by Rhea. Please, for the love of God, check on this woman. Black needs the win to set up feud with Cody. Well, I'm afraid I got bad news for you, bro. Wow, this was the most, like, you could have missed this SmackDown, watched this Nightcap, and you would have been fine. That's crazy, bro. An absolutely nothing burger SmackDown. Ciampa was great, and Dragunov was great. At WrestleMania 21, John Cena won his first WWE Championship. He wore 3 black Word Life wristbands and 1 green wristband. What was on that wristband? What? Oh, dude. I have no idea. Please tell me the answer to that one. Because I was gonna say, was it a 4-leaf clover for the Celtics? If I really can't remember. I remember it was a small, I remember it was green. I remember that. I remember the green. I'm trying to visualize it. I think it was a 4-leaf clover. I think it was a 4-leaf clover. Let's see. That's funny because I actually just saw that picture today. And yeah, the green. Let me see. What was on the wristband? Mark, where are you? Mark, come back. I need the answer, bro. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. What was on the wristband? What was on the wristband, damn it? I see the wristband, Mark. I see the wristband. Here, we're actually gonna pull up that photo for the people at home. Of course, it doesn't download. Why doesn't anything download ever? No, yeah. I'll just go F myself. Why not? Just go absolutely F myself. There we go. Or not. Or once again, nah. Yo, my computer hates me, bro. My computer absolutely hates me. My computer absolutely hates me, guys. All right, we're no image. Sorry, you get no picture and you like it. You get no image and you like it. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. There we go. So there is a green wristband. There is the green wristband that Mark is talking about. Unfortunately for me, I don't know what it says. I don't know what it is. I would love to know, Mark, what that wristband says. That's not the Nightcap. That's not the Nightcap. That's not the Nightcap. There's the Nightcap. We're back. We're so back. Mike's reaction was what we did. Oh, God. You know what shirt I wish I got for Cena was the breast cancer awareness shirt, the black and pink. Wish I would have had that shirt. They did re-release the 8-bit shirt that I wanted my entire. It was a 4-leaf clover. Oh. Look at me go. Look at me go. And the only reason I said that is because Boston green, Celtics, 4-leaf clover, luck of the Irish. I don't know what I was thinking. Should we talk a little bit about the rest of SmackDown? Cody Rhodes called out Drew McIntyre, but the ruler, Obafemi, answered Cody's promo tonight. Right here is a future. This is a future. Right here, this image. Stare at this image. Memorize it. Take a mental picture. This will be a picture that will be used and a segment that will be used in a video package for a WrestleMania main event within the next 5 years. Obafemi is a star. Mind you, my prediction for Saturday night's main event, which are available now, was that Cody would win. After tonight's SmackDown with Nick Aldis saying that Drew is unofficially suspended and he's welcome to come to SmackDown, and Nick Aldis is going to his house and hashing it all out and blah, 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 blah. Drew's probably showing up tomorrow in DC, costing Cody this match, giving Obafemi a huge win against a future Hall of Famer, current WWE champion, and a 2-time WWE champion with a prestigious list of titles and accomplishments as well on top of that are in the company and outside of the company. That's a huge rub for Obafemi. Take note, big note, I noticed the crowd in Wilkes-Barre did the ooh for Obafemi as he made his entrance with the theme music on. It wasn't on beat, but they did the ooh that they do in NXT for him. So that goes to show you he is translating over to this main roster as soon as possibly after WrestleMania 41. The U.S. Open Challenge, Ilya Dragunov versus Tommaso Ciampa, was a special treat for me because I am an NXT original sicko, black and gold all the way. This right here was a black and gold match on SmackDown. Dragunov, Ciampa, banger. Go back, watch it if you haven't seen it. Dragunov retained the U.S. Championship, got a busted nose in the mix. Tommaso Ciampa looked great. Gargano looked great. I expect Ilya Dragunov to continue to be the U.S. champion. Notes after the match, Carmelo Hayes came out to help Ilya fend off Johnny Gargano. Don't be surprised if Melo is in fact the one to beat Dragunov in a few months. Uncle Howdy had a message for Solo Sikoa, but the MFT had one back for Uncle Howdy, and that was run. I liked it. I'm happy that they're getting showcased. They were on the SmackDown before Cena's retirement. Would have loved to have seen some sort of tribute to Cena with Uncle Howdy, with Bray in the mix. We talked about it earlier, but obviously it never happened along the John Cena retirement tour. That'll be something that'll eat me up once he retires, as well as the fact that we didn't get one final match with Edge. The one that would have been the best when it was Cena as a heel. We did the rehash, Cena versus Randy as a heel, versus versus Punk as a heel, versus Cody as a heel, versus Edge as the heel would have been the match for me. We don't get it, unfortunately. It is what it is. We covered The Miz and Javon Evans. The Javon Evans gets a big win against a 2-time Grand Slam champion, former WWE champion, former WrestleMania main eventer, 8-time Intercontinental champion in the mix, former Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank 2 times. Javon Evans gets a huge win tonight. Lash Legend, the Bougie Bully, beats Alexa Bliss. And, of course, the Terror Twins defeated Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. And that was not the right decision tonight on SmackDown. It should have been Zelina Vega and Aleister Black getting a big win, especially if you're going to have Aleister Black go after Cody next. What else we got? Well, here's what we got. The wrap-up. Ladies and gentlemen, my predictions are available now across social media. I will have social media only predictions that will come out later tonight. As well, we have the watch along tomorrow. I will be live 30 minutes before Saturday night's main event kicks off. So be on the lookout for me to formally tweet that tonight, tomorrow morning. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see me first. I had a great idea to put together some of my favorite people that I've encountered the last 2 years in professional wrestling and content creation. Well, they all helped me out with this one. So tomorrow, before Saturday night's main event goes live in the morning, it will be Saturday morning for most of you on the East Coast. I have a special video coming. It'll be me plus 16 to make up the 17 world championships that John Cena has won in his storied career. You'll hear from, of course, the misses. You'll hear from good brother Jordan. You'll hear from our favorite Tortellini. You'll hear from, of course, Mark and Rick. And I won't give it all away the details, but just know we love pro wrestling. And we all just wanted a chance to thank the greatest of all time, John Cena. And I wanted a chance, much like John Cena is doing right now, and showing the up-and-comers of professional wrestling. Some of these podcasters and creators are not up-and-comers, but some of them I truly think are some of the best at what they do. All of them, in my personal opinion, are the best at what they do. They all bring something different to the table. So this was my way of not only giving back and thanking John Cena for what he's done for us and entertained us for these last 23 years. This is also my way of thanking, giving back to all of my fellow wrestling podcast content creators and friends. So tomorrow morning, I present to you, thank you, Cena. You'll hear from me and 16 others about the impacts, the favorite memories, the favorite moments, and just a thank you from the people out here in wrestling content creation. So with that being said, be on the lookout tomorrow on my YouTube and social media for that to drop. We'll finish it off with one final comment from Mr. Rick 8-Bit. If the Royal Rumble winner is from Raw, I would love to see SmackDown hold an elimination chamber for the IC title. Ooh, baby. I would be down on board with that. I like that. So tomorrow, we've got a busy day. Already out there, predictions for Saturday night's main event. Watch along tomorrow during Saturday night's main event. And before the show goes live in the morning, a special presentation of Mouthing Off with Mike. Thank you, John Cena. I'm out of here, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.